Michelle.
Yeah, hi. I actually have 2 comments.
Yeah.
Okay, about 5 months ago, I found out that I was HIV positive.
Oh.
I have a 5-year-old daughter, though.
Uh-huh.
But when she was born, she had blood tests and everything, and she doesn't have it.
So at birth, she was tested for HIV?
No, they were just tested. All babies are tested, I guess, when they're...
For HIV?
No.
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 So she needs to be tested for HIV?
Does she?
Yes.
Well, because I was pretty sure that they did blood tests in the hospital.
Of course they did.
They do it for everything.
Hold on,
No.
I'm no doctor, but they don't check it against everything. They check it against a few things they're looking for, right?
Right.
And normally it's not HIV, right?
I mean, just put it in this context. Insurance companies aren't going to pay the tens of thousands of dollars it would cost to test for everything.
Okay.
It's hard enough to get them to cover the stuff you need to test for.
What do they normally check for? And what are the basics?
Blood count, chemistries. That's it.
And
if they saw something wrong, they wouldn't.
Well, if they knew you were HIV positive, first of all,
I didn't even know I was HIV positive.
First of all, the child doesn't convert for quite some time.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So you can't even test for it at birth. And there are ways now to decrease the risk of transmission during birth. They give the women antiviral drugs, and that really substantially reduces the risk. Are you an IV drug user?
No.
How did you contract it?
I was on vacation about 6 years ago when I had it. We were down in Brazil, and I got in a car accident, and they couldn't wait for the blood that I had given in the United States, and so they had to give me some of what was down there and tell me.
Why did you give them blood in the United States?
Just because I gave blood.
Oh, my God.
My family did it, and so I gave blood in case anything were to happen to me.
Oh, my God. You even had planned it. Oh, my God.
Well, yeah, because in case anything did happen.
Oh, my God. Aren't you, how are you
that'd
dealing
be
with
outrage.
this?
Meanwhile, there's some Brazilian guy who's vacationing here who's getting that good American blood, and you're getting the contaminated Brazilian blood.
When did you find out about this?
5 months ago.
Oh, my God.
How did you find out about it?
I went in and me and my husband we got married 3 months ago, and so we went in because I had my daughter, and that was the first time I had sex, and that was the last time I had sex, and so but we didn't know. We were just going to do it because.
Oh my God! Hold on a second. I got to talk to everyone here. This is tragic. Usually, it's kind of weird, but when bad things happen to people, it's important to rationalize that they got themselves into it so you can feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
They were sleeping around too much. They shouldn't have been boffing in the ass that way, or that's what you get for shooting the junk. But this was essentially a virgin whose biggest crime was going on vacation, for Christ's sake. And I don't know.
She had a child and HIV, maybe a child with HIV.
And the fact that, I don't know why, but the fact that she waited until she was married to have sex, but had HIV before she had sex on her wedding night makes it that much more
just wild,
ironic. Yeah.
Hey, Michelle?
Yeah.
Can you hang on a second? I want to talk to her some more. Let's go to break, get that over with.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you some more, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hold on there.
Okay. Hang on, and we'll be back with Dana Gould.
Loveline. Be right back.
Hey, it is Loveline, and it's also the History Channel here
But
with Dana Gould.
Interesting that Michelle triggered us into this kind of discussion. Think about how you're feeling right now.
We're just talking about Saving Private Ryan and D-Day and Omaha Beach and Normandy and all this good stuff.
It's all
and
just Michelle told us her story, and immediately we launched into this.
We went right
Yeah.
into blood and guts, yeah. As a matter of fact, we don't feel sorry for Michelle anymore, but there's thousands of men who gave their lives defending this country.
But what I said you were out of the room fixing your makeup was
let's lip gloss. Let's be fair, Dana.
I thought you were Lena Horne when I walked in, and if I don't look closely, I'd swear you were.
It's Eartha Kitt.
But I was just saying, commenting on what Michelle said, was that after seeing that movie, which is weird, as something as perceptibly shallow as a movie, that you see how fragile life is, and just boom, and you realize that you can, I know I have relatives that I love dearly who are living with cancer right now and things, and you can live through a lot, and it's really, you're only living this instant.
What I've always, I have to deal
and
with
this is
stuff all the time, and what I would say to people is that whenever people come and go, how did this happen? I can't believe I'm sick. The amazing thing is not that it's that fragile or that we're that close to the edge all the time, but that we get through life and we go on and we tolerate all these things and we keep going. And so many people do keep going.
Yeah.
So Michelle found out just recently she was HIV positive. She has a 5-year-old daughter. She's 22.
Your 5-year-old's okay? No symptoms or anything? Michelle?
She hasn't been sick.
Right.
She hasn't been sick. She's active. She's she's in school with everybody else. We haven't notified her school.
No weight loss, anything of that sort?
No.
Underweight.
She's very healthy.
All right.
How are you doing?
Thank God that's still the case.
Me, for a little while, I went to a really bad depression.
Yeah.
And I just thought that, if I'm going to die, I might as well die now. But then I look at I had to explain it to my daughter, and I did, because that's what the doctor recommended.
Oh, I just...
Why? I don't understand that dose of realism.
I think you can really mess kids up with that sometimes.
Oh, well,
but-
don't mess
She
up Michelle
understands.
now.
Yeah.
She says she understands. She says she understands that she's going to love me as long as I'm here. And that,
Michelle, you may be around for another decade or so, right?
Yeah, and I mean, that's
Or at
what I told
least.
her. I told her that it doesn't mean that I'm going to be gone next year. I mean, she says that she just wants me to be for her graduation.
From high school.
Yeah.
I think that's a good goal. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
those folks are still alive. They didn't make that one.
Mine didn't
Sons
either.
of bitches.
Hey, are you on triple therapy?
Huh?
Are you on all the?
No, I don't want to go.
Oh, Michelle, come on. Michelle.
I don't wanna-
Michelle.
Huh?
Michelle.
Well, first let me just say, for those who didn't know, Michelle got it via a blood transfusion when she was in
So, yeah.
Brazil, which is just another good reason why America's the greatest country on earth. You go somewhere you can't even take a ride in an ambulance without getting effed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about what dumps all other
We
countries
complain
are.
about a lot of stuff.
And then you bastards got the balls to come to this country and start complaining about your beloved ex-country. Please, go back. We don't like this one. I just want to get that in. So,
Michelle, no, wait, we got to focus
This is
on
the John Birch Radio Hour.
we got to focus on your decision making here, because HIV can be rendered basically a chronic illness now. You understand?
Yeah.
And by keeping your viral loads very low, and the earlier in the disease you accomplish that, the less progression there is, the less likely you are
I'm
to...
taking medications for it.
What are you taking?
Oh, not exactly. It's kind of a long name. I have it.
Michelle, you don't sweat the details for someone who has a pretty heavy
NyQuil.
deal.
No, it's not NyQuil.
Well, here's what we're asking. I mean, Drew sits here and tells me once a week, although I tune him out, that the strides we've made in this disease are amazing, and that it used to be a death sentence, and now people live semi-normal, active, and I mean, hell, look at Magic Johnson for Christ's sake. Although he could have had brain cancer and still had a show canceled in his lifetime, but the point is people lead these great lives. I mean, Magic Johnson was the MVP of the NBA All-Star game like 3 years ago
Still
with this.
an
with this
amazingly
thing.
healthy person.
Right.
Yeah, I almost crushed my hand when I shook it.
Do you want to die, Michelle?
No, I look at my daughter and no, and I look at my husband and no. I don't want to die.
Why don't you want to take full therapy?
I guess I'm afraid of realization that it's there.
I mean,
don't-
it's like you'd be
admitting it.
recognizing it if you took all that the cocktails and everything.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Michelle, you got to do it. You have got to do it. I swear to God, you got to do it. On behalf of your child, do that. She's told you she wants you here for her graduation, and this is the way that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, stay in your denial. That's fine. If it's too painful to accept the full extent of the reality, I can understand that. But for crying out loud, just on behalf of your child, just go see an HIV specialist and get the appropriate stuff done, and just do it mechanically.
What
if
about
you
your
have to.
husband?
Well, that's
What's
another
his?
story.
What are you taking first? What is it you're taking?
Oh, I didn't look for the bottle.
When people ask, one of the, we always get asked this question, what's the most memorable call you've had? This one now moves up the list for me.
More than the guy was having
With the dog?
The dog who was having sex
For me,
with
this
her?
one moves ahead of that, yes. For you, I understand.
Yeah.
That was a very, very moving
You're still
moment
gotta
for you. Yeah.
prioritize. Yeah, the guy's dog was having sex with him. That was the real twist. It wasn't that he was having sex with the dog. Although I'm sure there was a fair amount of that.
What is the medicine?
Was Betty White protecting his rights to do that?
I took it to my mother's house. Hold on.
Hey, Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, your husband. Hold on, let me talk to my partners here for a moment. Things are starting to get a little fuzzy.
No,
No,
she's
just-
making them that way.
No, here's what. No, I believe her.
Yeah.
100%. But things started off in a way that
A little more
were very
idealized.
cut and dry.
A little more idealized,
She was
yeah.
a virgin.
Yeah,
she got
yeah.
the thing on a
Yeah, yeah.
vacation. Now she had the kid at 17. Must have been married at 16.
No, this is a different guy. Just got married 3 months
different-
ago.
okay, different
but,
guy,
But there's a
but
big story here with him.
There's a reason. I mean, if you found out that your new bride was HIV, you would drag her by the ear into the best guy you could find in town and make full well
Yeah.
sure that she was involved with every possible treatment,
Yeah.
right? And it doesn't sound like that's going on. Michelle,
Yes.
what's going on with the husband? Forget about the medication.
No, I want
for
to
a
know the
second.
medicine too, but what's up with the husband?
He's mad because, well, when we found out that I was HIV, he didn't understand. He thought that I wasn't lying to him, that I wasn't a virgin when I first had the sex with the guy, because it was his first time, and he knew that, and
Is there
so
some?
he thought I was lying about it. But
is it-
now he's mad because we didn't have sex on our honeymoon, because after I found out, I went into a depression, and I didn't want to be touched by him. I mean, if I cut myself in the kitchen, it was just like, just back away from me. It was like, just get away, that kind of thing. And then we finally got talked into doing it. And then when I pulled out a condom, he got very upset with me, because he said he married me knowing that I had HIV. He made vows it was death, sicknesses and health, and death do us part, and he was going to be a part of this, whether it meant him getting it or not.
Oh, he's got some denial going too.
Oh,
there.
gee.
And I don't.
Is there a? Let me
I don't want
interject real fast here, Michelle. Is there some kind of whacked out religion involved with either one of you?
No,
What's your religion?
Christian.
Are you pretty strong into that?
Yeah.
And is he?
Yeah, he has been.
I mean, with the I thought you were a virgin, and now you're not, and
Oh no. We got together just after I got pregnant with my daughter, because the father ever was afraid to tell his mom, because the fact that his family was really big into Christianity, and
right.
and he was a virgin. He didn't want to tell his mom. And,
Okay. All right. So, can you find the medication name?
yeah, it's at my mom's.
Where?
I need to call my mom.
Oh, don't you keep it with you?
Yeah, I do, and I forgot everything at my mom's.
Can
I
you
went to my mom today.
Okay.
can you put us on hold and we'll come back to you in a few minutes?
And call my mom.
Well, do it off the air, Drew.
All right.
This is Dana's
I can
got
call
Alan to push.
All right.
All right, Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle, get on the appropriate treatment, please, as God is my witness, on behalf of the child at least, and also get her tested, because indeed she would need treatment too if it's appropriate. But that's just, if you want to pray about something, here's a great thing. Let's pray that this has not been transmitted. There's a reasonable chance that it hasn't.
I hate to use this as another opportunity to bash
Well, hold on a second.
religion,
Before you do, let me
but
finish
I
with
knew there
Michelle,
was
please.
something. There seemed
All right.
like something was
All right.
going on.
But
with
Michelle,
the-
here's the deal. If you can suppress your viral load, you may also suppress your infectivity, and that may help your husband deal with some of these things too. You'll be less likely to transmit it to somebody like him that you're intimately involved with. The virus production is way down.
I tell this guy, I don't know whether to lock him up or give him a medal.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's on her period. I'm like, I'm gonna be at the. There's a Holiday Inn that's it's on Highland. They got a buffet and come by on Sunday and visit me.
Michelle, you know what, guys? Sherry,
Put him on hold.
Take Michelle, put her on hold,
Right.
get the name of the medicine, and take her phone number. Let's check up with her in a few
All right.
weeks, see what's going on.
We'll
okay?
be back with Dana Gould.
Loveline.
Vanessa,
Yes.
you're 25.
Yes.
What's going on?
My sister-in-law called last night, Michelle, and she said that you guys were going to call her today about some prescription medication that she had for her HIV.
Yes, Michelle with the HIV.
Oh yeah, we were trying to get to the bottom of her.
Yeah.
Let me reset, because I'm the only one in charge of doing any decent radio in this room.
Okay.
Michelle
called in yesterday. Michelle was 22, 23.
22.
22. Yeah. Michelle got herself HIV. She was HIV positive when she was on a vacation in South or Central.
Received a blood transfusion in Brazil.
Married at 17.
Had a 5-year-old child.
No, she wasn't married at 17.
I know. I had a child at 17. Married now 3 months.
Yeah.
Just found out she's HIV positive.
Right.
And she was on something but refusing to go get real treatment.
And I got to tell you, there was some talk about the call being bogus and this and that. It was off the air because we couldn't figure out why she didn't know what her medication was. And how come she wasn't interested in getting all the best possible medication, stop that drill?
And why the husband didn't haul her off to insist upon it.
And she then said he didn't really want to hear about it. He was kind of in denial over it. And then I suspected there was some sort of retarded religion sprinkled in here. And as it turns out, there was. And now you're calling to say...
I guess she's had a fever for a couple of days. And her husband got home last night. And they called me to come and watch the daughter. She has the beginning of chickenpox, and so they're watching her because...
The child has chickenpox.
No. Michelle has chickenpox. She never had them when she was younger, and I guess she got them from one of the little kids that she was watching and stuff. And so they got her to the hospital. My mom went and took the medication there because she had left it at my mom's house. Kind of find out she had taken the pills and replaced them with, I believe the doctor said, an aspirin. So
she told me they weren't prescription medication last night.
Yeah, they were.
What pills were they?
I don't know. They're not mine. I don't know. But the doctor said that she had that the pills in that bottle were aspirin, not the medication.
All right. So what are they doing with her now?
Well, because of the fact that she hadn't been taking them, I guess something's wrong with her blood count and stuff, and so.
Vanessa, now this story really is unraveling. It doesn't fall at all.
Huh?
So now we're really beginning to think this is bogus.
Well, I don't know.
Because
this is where she's at.
Because this isn't making any sense at all right now.
Well, now I guess they wanted to keep her. They want to keep her, so now I guess for further evaluation because of the fact that I guess the older you are with the chickenpox is, I guess it's the how did my mom say it?
Varicella.
It's harder. I guess the younger you are.
You spent all that time to find the word harder?
No, I was looking for the word that my mom had said that the doctor had said, but...
All right, so, hey, Michelle? Michelle.
Vanessa.
I mean, Vanessa, sorry. Your sister sounds a little like she's got some troubles emotionally.
My sister-in-law?
It's your sister-in-law?
Yeah, my sister-in-law. She married my brother.
Right. Your brother didn't sound like Prince Charming either. I got to be honest with you.
Why do you say that?
Well, the way she described him.
Uh-huh.
How are you doing in the sanity department?
Oh, I don't live here. I don't live in Modesto. I live in Merced. So I talked to them on the phone. I mean, they seem like they're going okay.
Okay. You just heard the call.
Huh?
Did you just hear her call, or did she call you?
No, my mother-in-law called me, and then she had said something about she had called last night, and they were supposed to call, so... I was waiting here for the call, and I was watching her daughter. And
all right. Well, she's got to take care of her daughter. You know, that's paramount.
Yeah.
And other than that, Mama needs to get treatment. But there's something going on with Mama.
Nothing's making sense in the way they described it, and the way things went down medically. So it's questionable whether this is.
Well, why is she following up on a bogus call?
For the glory of,
Really?
We didn't say we'd call back today, by the way.
We didn't?
No. She said she had some medication that vaguely wasn't really prescribed, but she didn't know what it was. And now there's a big controversy because she replaced it with aspirin, a medicine that wasn't being prescribed anyway. And now she has chickenpox, and a person with HIV and chickenpox is a very specific problem.
Right.
That she's not describing it all the way it would necessarily be handled. So
right, but where do you draw the line between a bogus call and a person that's sort of insane? Do you know what I mean?
That's why we're not confronting this one too aggressively, because there's still a possibility that this is real.
Okay.
And that everybody just has their information all screwed up. Now the point is we need to talk to Michelle again, that's all. I mean, Michelle is now in the hands of presumably people who can give her definitive treatment, but this is a serious ass if it's for real.
Right. Hey.
Loveline.
Michelle.
Yo.
Drew's wife's a travel agent.
What's up, Michelle?
Hey, and this is really Michelle, and this is not the Michelle that called the other night. I just wanted to tell you guys that person that called just a few minutes ago, Vanessa, that was not Vanessa. That was whoever that girl was that called and said she was Michelle the other night. That was the same person. Roll the tape from the other night and roll the tape from today. You'll find out that's the same person. I know, because I'm totally blind and I can't see anybody's face, and the only way I know who they are is by their voice. And I can guarantee you that that's the same girl that called.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right,
Both times it was the same, and I knew as soon as she couldn't tell you what medicine she's on, I'm like, this is bull. She's not even telling you the truth.
Let's test you. Okay, who's talking now?
That's Adam.
Okay, who's talking now?
You're still Adam.
Oh. Jeez, you're a genius.
Unless you got a multiple personality that I don't know about.
I don't even have one personality.
Oh, okay.
You're blind?
Well, I knew that. Yeah. I'm totally blind, have been all my life. And I know who everybody is by their voice. I can recognize when you have, callers that have called in before.
Oh, interesting.
No
Very
kidding.
interesting. I don't believe that we have a tape.
Darn.
Do we have a tape?
I wish we did, because you
not
find
handy.
out that's a bogus call. That's the same.
Hey, I'll believe you, because I know when one sense is canceled out, the other ones become much more acute.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
our sense was it was bogus. We talked about it last night as being bogus. And this sort of cinched it.
My biggest question to blind people is, how do you know when you got a zit?
You can feel it. So you can't look in the mirror, but you gotta. I usually wash my face every day, so I can usually tell. I mean, I hope most blind people take showers and wash their face and all that stuff.
I got 20/20 vision. I rarely see the shower.
Do you have a career?
Yes, I do. I work in customer service.
Excellent. For what?
Just switching over to AirTouch Cellular pretty soon.
Wow.
Changing jobs.
Oh, I need a new phone.
Hey, Michelle, we'll talk off the air, but you've been completely blind since birth.
I sure have, yeah.
And how long did it take them to realize you were blind?
It took them a little while because my eyes look normal. So it took them probably till I was about 8 months old. And they took me I was born in North Carolina, and they put me through Duke University and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Were you one of the
lights in my eyes and all kinds. I can see light and dark, that's it.
Why'd this happen? Do they know?
They have never been able to actually say why, which I think is really weird. They say possibly I had an infection when I was first born in my eyes. So they don't know. I'll come to you, Dr. Drew. You can tell me why.
Is there any chance to reverse this?
I don't know. I still have eyes. I'm hoping they can replace them with some kind of microchip someday.
Wow.
Then I can see what all these ugly people look like. I can watch you guys on TV and see what you really look like.
But isn't it, she doesn't know what you don't know what people look like.
No.
That is and I know
so Adam might look lovely to you.
Somehow, I don't know, my image of Adam, I don't know. I'd have to see that.
But the thing that's weird is, and I'm closing my eyes now, is when you're blind from birth, you have nothing to compare anything to, obviously. So
No.
I can try to tell you about the color red or the color orange, but it's not going to register
Exactly.
with you. But you can tell, what the human form is by living in that body yourself.
And, of course, by, having sex and all that good stuff. We do that, too.
The bastard who had sex with you, I'd like to smack him around.
So we know what other people look like, too. I mean,
right.
Not really what they look like in terms of, I can ask, but I won't know, what brown hair looks like.
But now, how do you know what attractive is? I mean, physically. I mean, when you see somebody, you feel that they have a big spare tire around their waist. Does that feel unattractive?
Yes.
And when you hear that Mel Gibson has a thin waist and broad shoulders, does that sound attractive to you?
If his voice sounds attractive, it could be attractive. Of course, if he doesn't sound, if people don't sound attractive, I just can't get into people who have a really obnoxious voice, but,
How interesting.
Now, and I bet you can read people by their voice, not only identify them, but you can tell where they're at.
Exactly. In fact, that's one of the ways I can tell when people are lying, especially on this show. I can really tell, because I got this sixth sense,
Right.
and I can really pick up as soon as they start, getting a little off the track, and I really know. It's real
Right,
hard
so
We get it most of the time, don't we?
a lot of the time.
Loveline.
All right. Now, speaking
Up for 311.
Speaking of profiling, Drew,
Speaking of busted.
I said 311. Now, quiet down over there. They'll assume that includes Peanut, all the 311 fans. When we, last week, was it last week or was it this weekend last week?
I think it was like Monday and Wednesday.
We got a call from a
Sunday,
woman,
Wednesday.
and it was a horrific call about her acquiring HIV via a transfusion in like Rio de
Brazil.
Janeiro or something because of a car accident, and she was pregnant, and she
had a
wanted,
5-year-old.
she had a 5-year-old and wanted to know if she passed the HIV along to the kid, and so on and so forth. It was a heart-wrenching story, but we started getting into it, and we started finding little discrepancies in her story. She didn't know what the name of her medication was. It wasn't in front of her. She couldn't find it. Drew asked her a couple of specific questions regarding her disease. She didn't have good answers. And you don't want to call someone a liar who says they have HIV and their child may possibly be HIV positive.
But you're going to do it.
We almost did.
We did it during the commercial. We don't want people to think we're a-holes on the air. Right. But off the air, we called her bitch and a liar. And Drew wished death upon her. Didn't you, Drew?
No, I don't think I did. But anyway.
Well, you did say rotten hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the point is we sort of believed it, but we thought there was some trouble. And I said to Drew, look, she could just be a little nutty, and people who are a little nutty sound like they're lying because they're talking about things that don't make sense. But the point is we kind of went with it. And then we got a call later on the week, last night, that said that someone claiming to be her sister-in-law and filling us in on the rest of the story.
She was even worse, had no answer. It didn't make any sense.
Right. Yeah. But again, you don't want to rush to judgment too quickly when you're talking about something like HIV.
Remember, I said no, it's bogus. It was really unraveling at that point.
All right, I was sort of with it though. The point is the next call we got was from a blind listener, and 45% of our listeners are blind. The other 55 are hearing impaired. I found out later on, but and there's like 10% amputees. I haven't done the math, but the point is she said, "I'm blind. I have a very acute sense of hearing," and I can tell you that was the same person. The one who claimed to be the sister-in-law and the one who claimed to be the caller with the HIV, same person. So Mike has isolated the two, and we have a little snippet, and now we can put it to the test and see if it's the same voice or not.
Michelle.
Yeah, hi. I actually have 2 comments.
Yeah.
Okay, about 5 months ago, I found out that I was HIV positive.
Oh.
I have a 5-year-old daughter, though.
Uh-huh.
But when she was born, she had blood tests and everything.
Okay,
and
now she couldn't tell us what blood tests were and stuff like that. Now let's go hear the next caller.
Vanessa.
Yes.
You're 25.
Yes.
What's going on?
My sister-in-law called last night, Michelle.
That's her.
Same person.
That's
Same
her.
person.
She said that.
I'm not even blind. and I could tell that.
Yeah, that is the same person. So
There we go.
Yeah. So we have I can't even remember the name of her, but our blind listener, sort of the watchdog.
The hero.
Yeah.
She's a hero of this
She's like
story.
a heroine.
Yeah, like one of those bad movies where they get that ensemble going, where this guy's a knife expert and this guy's a computer expert.
Fantastic Four.
And the chick's like a black belt in Taekwondo.
The interesting 5.
They have a blind guy usually who listens to like sonar or something. That would be the equivalent.
Just like in Sneakers.
Right. That's what I was thinking of. All right. So we busted her and. Listen, I don't mind bogus calls, but let's have it go somewhere. You know what I mean? Just the fact that we think one more person in the world is infected with HIV doesn't really. To me, there's no payoff to that.
If you're going to lie, do your research.
Right.
Right?
Right. And it's cruel and it's BS because I could sit here and tell you guys that both my parents died in a plane crash, and like you'd have balls enough to call me out on it.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's kind of a pathetic. It's a pathetic lie because obviously, even if people have some doubt in their mind, they're not going to bring it up for fear of the chance that you actually have this disease.
It's also offensive to people that might.
Yeah, I would rather hear, like, if you're going to lie and call Lovelines, it should be something like I put sugar on my testicles and had the cat lick it off kind of thing. And does that, am I
that was
warped?
I really
Right.
was
Ladies and gentlemen, Matchbox 20. Okay, let's go on.
Something a little more, just colorful to hear.
Better with pate, but yeah.
As a cat.
Here and so therefore, because I do believe in karma, I believe that gives our caller about a 200% increase in the likelihood of contracting HIV at some point.
The boy who cried AIDS.
Absolutely. And you can call in and cry the blues, and we're not going to believe you this time, are we, Drew?
That's right.
That's right. Okay. I hope you go to Haiti and you're raped in the airport.